Okay, this will be video number 16 of my random electronics collections. Thought tonight I would do a JVC CD player that was the very first CD player I ever bought. I bought it in, I don't remember what month, but I bought it in probably October and November of 1989. And I remember I paid close to $400 for this thing. I got a full-time job working at a car dealership. Was making pretty decent money for 1989, and saved some money and decided to go buy this thing. And I remember I went to Best Buy and I bought this. And this was back when Best Buy actually had commission sales. You had to go in there and talk to somebody, and they'd write it up, and they'd have to go get it and all that stuff. So yeah, I just went ahead and decided I wanted a CD player, so I just went and bought it. And like I said, I paid close to $400 for this thing. The funny thing is, for an extra $20 or $25, I could have got one that had a wireless remote control. But I decided I didn't want the remote control. I didn't really need it. Blah blah blah. Ended up about 6 months after I bought it, I wish I would have got the one with the remote. So there was no remote control for this, even though I'm thinking somewhere it's got a provision for one. I don't know. So anyway, this is a JVC XL-V211 CD player. This thing has been around the block. This thing has been attached to so many stereos, and for the purpose of our test today, I got it attached to the sound design that I just did a video on. Oddly enough, when I bought this CD player, I actually had it hooked up to this stereo system way back in 1989. And it sounded pretty good on this thing. I mean, it's not the best, but anyway. So this thing's got some miles on it. This thing has been in every house I stayed in. This started out in my parents' house, went to like 6 or 7 or 8 different houses, and it's a trooper. I mean, I've hooked this up to all kinds of stereos. As far as I know, it still works. That's what we're going to test tonight, just to see if it still powers up and everything. The last time I used this was probably, I'd say 5 or 6 years ago. It's been just sitting on a shelf. So I have it plugged in. I got it hooked up to this thing. So let's just go ahead, turn it on, see if it even comes on. It should. Yep, there we go. And there's the little focus. I don't think it will, because it's doing whatever it's doing. See if that little thing will focus there. It's a little dirty. It's kind of scratched up. I mean, it's, like I said, it's been around. So let's go ahead and pop a CD in here. See if this bad boy is going to work. Let's see if that'll... Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn this guy on. We'll put it on auxiliary, and let's see. It's spinning. Yep, it's working. And I don't know if it's the stereo or the DVD player, sorry, CD player. But I don't have a right channel at the moment. Let's see if we can jiggle some wires somewhere. Let's get back behind here. No. Okay. There we go. It's thinking about it. There we go. Just kind of watch the counter there for a second. And hit it to the next selection. And this, by the way, this is a random CD that I made to test. It was a random CD. I actually made 2 of them of just random songs to test my Magnavox, my big combo unit that I have, which I'm going to have to do a follow-up video on that. I haven't done hardly anything to it. It's just kind of been an on-hold project. But anyway, these CDs I made to test it, you know, to test the highs, kind of the lows on it and stuff like that. So we'll just go through a couple of songs just to make sure that it's going to advance here. And a few of these are period correct songs from 1966 when the combo unit was manufactured. I don't know if I have them on this CD or my other CD I made. I can't remember. Okay. Well, cool thing is it still works. Like I said, this thing is a trooper. I'm honestly surprised in this day and age that it still works. I use the crap out of this thing. I use this about as much as I used my little sound design here. It's been through the ringer. I mean, it's got some battle wounds on it. The top of it's a little scratched up. It's kind of hard to see in the video. But yeah. So let's go ahead and shut this thing off. Matter of fact, I'm going to spin this around because in the last video on my sound design, I didn't show the back of it, which there's not a whole lot to it. So just hang on a minute and let me turn this thing around. Okay. I spun the 2 things around. Here, I'm going to do the back of the sound design first. And you can see there's the model number. And I'm pretty sure it had something right there. I don't know what that was. But there's the jacks for the back of it. Not much to it. I've had this back cover off a couple of times over the years. It tells you how to do the clock and the timer and all that good stuff. So here's the back of the CD player. Nothing to this thing. Just outputs. And it had something CompuLink Synchro. I don't know what that was. I don't remember. I think you could hook it up to some type of JVC receiver or something and control. I think the receiver controlled the CD player, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I don't really remember. There you go. Manufactured May 1989. And then just where the power cord goes in there. Alright, I'm going to flip this back. Hang on a second. So yeah, this has been a really good CD player. Of all the CD players that I've ever purchased, besides the one that's behind it, and I did a video on it, which actually wasn't mine, but this is the only one that I've ever bought that actually still works, and I'm including CD players like this. I'm including boom boxes. I'm including even DVD players that have conked out. I think I did a video on the that stupid little silver Cyberhome one that I did, which is no good, and it ended up going to recycling. So anyway, that's it for this video. Like I said, I'm going to keep this thing forever, and hopefully it keeps working forever. I mean, I know there'll become a day where this thing will just completely stop, but I'm going to hang on to it until that day comes. So anyway, if you like what you're seeing video-wise, just go ahead and click subscribe. And that is it for this video, and I thank you for watching.